Hello friends and my dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. If you are new to my channel and not yet subscribed, I will highly suggest and request that you please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. This video is part of the playlist CBSE Mathematics Class 7 following the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. This is part 4 on the chapter Linear Equations in One Variable, where I will solve word problems based on linear equations from the exercise 7b. If you have not watched the previous 3 parts on the linear equations in one variable, I highly suggest that you first watch them to get an understanding of linear equation and how do we solve a linear equation. So I have selected some problems from the exercise 7b, and it's essential that you are well aware of that you have already completed the chapter algebraic expressions, which is the previous chapter, which will be thoroughly used while solving a linear equation, and especially understanding the word problems and translating the word problems into algebraic expressions and using those algebraic expressions to form a linear equation. So let's get started. Okay, so I have on the right hand side and on the canvas I have written all the questions that I will solve from the exercise 7b from the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. So let's start solving the problem. Problem number 11 says the fifth part of a number when increased by 5 equals its fourth part decreased by 5. So you have to carefully read the statement and understand the words and try to translate what it is trying to say in terms of mathematical operations. So first of all, we can clearly understand that the number is the unknown quantity. This is what we have to find or solve. So we will assume the number to be x. So let the number be x. Now you have to understand what exactly is trying to say. The fifth part of a number, fifth part of x. Since we have considered the number x as variable x, the fifth part of x is nothing but 1 by 5 of 1/5 of x, that is the off operator means multiplication. So this is 1 by 5 x. Now the fifth part of a number when increased by 5. So now I can say that 1 by 5 increased by 5 equals 1 by 5 x plus 5. So this is the expression which means 5 which means 1/5 of the number, which is x, is increased by 5. Now the second part is this number, that is x 1/5 of x plus 5 is equals its fourth part decreased by 5. Fourth part decreased by 5. So fourth part of the number which we have assumed as x, fourth part of x is nothing but 1/4 of x. 1/4 of x, this equals 1 by 4 x. Now so we have found what is fourth part of x. Now fourth part of x, which is 1 by 4 x, decreased by 5 equals 1 by 4 x minus 5. So now it is saying that fifth part of a number when increased by 5, that happens to be the algebraic expression for that is this, and fourth part of the number decreased by 5 is this. So these two are equal. These two are equal. So we can say that 1/5 of x plus 5 equals 1/4 of x minus 5. Now we have to solve this. We have formed the linear equation. We have to solve this linear equation. And if you have watched my previous video, I think it's part 3, where I have discussed about how do we solve a linear equation using the rules and the transposition. Then you should understand how to solve a linear equation. So the concept is we transpose all the variable terms, that is the terms containing the variable, to the left hand side, and all the constant terms to the right hand side. So in this problem I will transpose the variable term 1 by 4 x from right hand side to the left hand side, and I will transpose the plus 5 to the from LHS to the RHS, and this becomes 1 by 5 x minus, while transposing 1 by 4 x to the left hand side, its sign will change, so we are having minus 1 by 4 x, and while transposing 5, which is positive, from the LHS to the RHS, it will become minus 5. So now if I add the left terms, we add all the variable terms in the left and all the constant terms in the right, we get this as 4 minus 5 by 5 x equals minus 10. This implies 4 minus 5 is minus 1, minus x by 5 equals minus 10, and now this implies x. Now what is minus x by 5 equals minus 10? This is nothing but minus 1 by 5 into x equals minus 10, and this implies x equals to minus 10 divided by minus 1 by 5. This is equals minus minus cancels, this is equals 50. So the number is 50. The answer is 50. That is the solution of the linear equation is 50, and that means the x, we have considered what is x in this linear equation. X is the number given in the problem. So the number is 50. I hope it's clear. I will not, while solving the linear equation, I will not explain all the steps, because I have already covered that in the previous video. If you are not yet comfortable how to solve a linear equation in one variable, then I will suggest that you watch my part 3 video, where I have discussed how to solve linear equation in one variable. Okay. Let's solve question number 13, which says find two consecutive odd integers whose sum is 76. So it's saying to find the two consecutive odd integers whose sum is 76. Now if you observe that, if we consider, let's say, what is the unknown quantity here? The unknown quantity here is, either you can consider the first odd integer to be the unknown quantity, or the second odd integer to be the unknown quantity, where I mean the first and second means they are consecutive. So let me consider, let's assume, let the first odd integer be x. Now you know that for any integer, for any odd integer, let's say 3, the next odd integer will be 3 plus 2, because immediately the next number will be an even integer, and after that the next odd integer will come. So if the odd integer is, for example, if the odd integer is 3, you know that the next number is 4, and the next odd and the next after 4 it will 5. So after 3 we are having 5. So there is a 5 is what? 3 plus 2. If you consider any odd integer, let's say 9, the next integer is 10, the next integer is 11. So the next odd integer after 9 is 11, and we see that 11 is nothing but 9 plus 2. So this is true for any odd integer. Any odd integer, any odd integer. So if you consider that the first odd integer to be x, then the next consecutive odd integer equals x plus 2, because if x is an odd integer, then the next number will be x plus 1, that will be an even integer, and hence x plus 2 will be the next odd integer. So we see that as per our assumption, x and x plus 2 are the two consecutive odd integers. Now as per the problem, it is given that the sum of the two consecutive odd integers is 76. So we can say that x plus 2 equals 76. So now we have to solve this linear equation, and this is, after simplification, it becomes x plus x is 2x plus 2 equals 76, and after transposing the constant 2 from the left hand side to the right hand side, we get 2x equals 76 minus 2, this equals 74. This implies 2x equals to 74, therefore x equals to 74 by 2, this is 37. This is 37. So the consecutive integers are, the consecutive odd integers are, the first one will be x, which we have found to be 37, and the next consecutive odd integer will be x plus 2, that is 39. So this is the answer. Okay, let's do question number 16. It says a sum of rupees 500 is in the denominations of rupees 5 and rupees 10. Okay, if the total number of notes is 90, find the number of notes of each type. Okay, so it is saying that we have a sum of rupees 500 which is in the form where the denominations are some notes of rupees 5 and some notes of rupees 10, and the number of notes, the sum of the notes, the number of notes is 90. We have to find the number of notes of each type. So in general, whatever quantity, whatever value it is asking, we assume that to be the unknown quantity and represent it as a variable. So now always remember that we are dealing with linear equation in one variable. So you have to, so there will be only one unknown quantity, and any other unknown quantity will be related to it. So if you consider the unknown quantity to be x, other unknown quantity will be obtained in terms of x as per the given problem statement. Now let's assume, we are assuming, let there are X notes of rupees 5. So this is what we are assuming. Let there are X notes of 5. Now therefore there are, since it is given that the number of notes of type rupees 5 and the number of notes of rupees 10 together, total number of notes is 90. So we can say that there are 90 minus X notes of rupees 10. So we see that as per our assumption, X is the number of notes of rupees 5 and 90 minus X is the number of notes of rupees 10. So from this we can say that the value of, let's say, the value of X notes of rupees 5 equals 5x rupees. So if there are the value of one note of rupees 5 is rupees 5. So the value of X number of notes of rupees 5 is rupees 5x. Similarly, value of 90 minus X notes of rupees 10 equals rupees 90 minus X into 10. So now clearly, since it is given that the sum of all the notes, that is the sum of the X number of notes of rupees 5 and the sum of 90 minus X notes of rupees 10 is 500. Now we can say that 5x rupees. Now we can say, if I'm omitting the rupees symbol, I hope it will be understood that we are dealing with rupees. So this implies that 5x plus 10 into 90 minus X equals 500. So this is the linear equation they are formed as per the problem statement, where X is the number of notes of rupees 5 as per our assumption. So from this equation we have to find X. So we have to solve it. Now after simplifying the left hand side, it becomes 5x plus 10 into 90 is 900 minus 10x equals 500. Now we will add the variable terms, that is 5x minus 10x becomes minus 5x plus 900 equals 500. Now I will bring the constant transpose. I will bring all the constant to the right hand side. That is, we will bring the constant 900 from the LHS to the RHS, and we get minus 5x equals 500 minus 900. This is equals minus 400 minus 400. So this implies, we got minus 5x equals minus 400, and minus 5x is nothing but minus 5 into x equals to minus 400. This implies x equals to minus 400 divided by minus 5. This is 80. So we have, this is 80. So we can say that answer we can say that 80 notes of rupees 5 and 90 minus 80, that is 10. 90 minus 80 or 10 notes of rupees 10. Now you can check whether the solution is correct or not. If you multiply 80 into 5, that becomes 400, and if you multiply 10 into 10, that is 100. So 400 plus 100 is 500. And it is given that the sum, the value of the sum of all the denominations is rupees 500. Okay. So the answer is 80 notes of rupees 5 and 10 notes of rupees 10. Okay. So while I am solving, you can pause the video and take a screenshot of the solution for your future reference. And if you have any doubt in understanding in any steps or my calculation, then please feel free to comment, to let me know in the comment section. I will definitely address your issue and clarify your doubt or any question. Okay. So question number 17 says, a father is 30 years older than his son. In 12 years, the man will be 3 times as old as his son. Find their present ages. Okay. So it is given, you have to first thoroughly understand what facts are given, what facts or statements are given, and we have to use those facts and translate them into algebraic expressions, and use those algebraic expressions based on the given facts to form the linear equation. So it is saying that a father is 30 years older than his son. So eventually we have to find the present ages of father and his son. So let's assume let the present age of son be x. Okay. Now what are the facts given? A father is 30 years older than his son. So definitely present age of father equals x plus 30, because it is said that a father is 30 years older than his son. So, and if present age of son is x, then the present age of father will be x plus 30. Okay. Now it is saying in 12 years, means after 12 years, the man will be 3 times as old as his son. Okay. Let's see what will be the ages. Let's find out what will be the ages of the father and son after 12 years. So after 12 years, age of son equals, the present age of the son is x, so after 12 years the age of son will be x plus 12. Also after 12 years, age of father will be, present age of father is x plus 30, so after 12 years father's age will be x plus 30 plus 12, which is, if we simplify it further, this becomes x plus 42. Okay. Now it is saying that in 12 years, that is after 12 years, the man will be 3 times as old as his son. So therefore the man after 12 years is, that is the father after 12 years, his age is x plus 42. X plus 42 is the age of the father after 12 years, and this, as per the problem statement, it is saying that it is 3 times as old as his son. That is, after 12 years, whatever the age of the son will be, thrice of the age of the son after 12 years. So after 12 years, we know the age of the son is x plus 12. So thrice of that is 3 into x plus 12. So this is, so we have formed the linear equation and we have to solve it. Okay. This implies x plus 42, if we simplify the RHS, it becomes 3x plus 36. Now if I transpose, if I bring all the variable terms, that is the terms of x to the left hand side and all the constant terms to the right hand side, it becomes x minus 3x equals 36 minus 42. After simplification, this becomes x minus 3x is minus 2x equals 36 minus 42 is minus 6. Okay, minus 2x is minus 6. Okay, this implies minus 2x is nothing but minus 2 into x is minus 6. This implies x equals minus 6 divided by minus 2 equals 3. So the age of the sun is 3. The sun is a baby. Anyway, so this x is 3. Therefore, we know the question has asked the present ages. So the x is the present age of the sun, which we have found from the linear equation to be 3. Therefore, age of sun equals 3, and age of father we know is present age of father we know is x plus 30. So 3 plus 30, that is 33. So this is 33 is the age of the father and 3 is the age of the son. Okay, let's do question number 32. It says that a man traveled 3/5 of his journey by rail, 1/4 by a taxi, 1/8 by a bus, and the remaining 2 km on foot. What is the length of his total journey? So whenever the general strategy approach is that whatever value or quantity it is asking, we assume that to be the unknown variable, unknown quantity, and represent it as the variable. So in this problem, we will consider the total journey. Let length of total journey be x kilometer. Since it is given, unit is given in kilometer, let the length of total journey be x kilometer. Now, so length traveled by rail, it is given 1/3 of his journey. The man has traveled 3/5 of his journey by rail. So if the total journey is x kilometer, so length traveled by rail equals 3/5 of x kilometer. Similarly, length traveled by taxi, it is given that 1/4 by a taxi. 1/4 means 1/4 of the total journey the man has traveled by taxi. So length traveled by taxi is 1/4 of the total journey, that is x kilometer. Okay, and 1/8 by a bus. So length traveled by bus is 1/8 of the total journey, that is x, 1/8 x kilometer, and the remaining 2 km on foot. Okay, so what is the remaining length? Let's find out. The remaining length of journey. See, if the man has traveled 3/5 x by rail, 1/4 x by taxi, and 1/8 x by bus, and the total journey and the total length of the journey we have assumed to be x, then what is the remaining length of the journey that man has traveled by foot? The remaining length of the journey will be the total journey, that is x, minus the journey travelled by length of the journey travelled by rail, that is 3/5 of x, minus the length of the length travelled by taxi, that is 1/4 x, and the length travelled by the length travelled by bus, x. So remaining length of the journey is this. If you simplify it, these are all in terms of x. If you simplify it, this is nothing but 1 minus 3 by 5 minus 1 by 4 minus 1 by 8 x, and you simplify it. If you simplify it, we have to find the LCM of 5, 4 and 8, which is 40. So this becomes 40 minus 24 minus 10 minus 5 divided by 40 x. Now, while solving while solving a linear equation, you must be very familiar and comfortable with the addition and subtraction of fractions or decimals and also integers. So if you simplify it further, this becomes 40 minus 24. 24 10 is 34, 39. So this is 1 by 40. 1 by 40 x. So the remaining length of the journey has come out to be 140 x, and this remaining length of journey the man has travelled by foot, which is given to be 2 kilometer. Therefore we can say that 1 by 40 x equals to 2. This implies, so we have formed the linear equation, that is x by 40 equals to 2, and from here we can say that x equals 2 by 1 by 40, this is 80. So the total journey x is 80, therefore total journey x we have assumed to be the total journey. So total journey is 80 kilometer. Total journey is 80 kilometer. What is the length of his total journey? Okay, total length is 80 kilometer. Okay, let's see problem number 34. It says that Hari Babu left 1/3 of his property to his son, 1/4 to his daughter, and the remaining to his wife. If his wife's share is 18,000, what was the worth of the total property? Okay, so as usual we will assume that the worth of the total property is x, because that is the quantity that the problem is asking to find. So let's assume the worth of total property be x. So the units are in rupees, which I am omitting. I hope it's understood. So let's assume the worth of total property be x. Okay, now it says that Hari Babu left 1/3 of his property to his son. So we can say property of son equals, the share of the property, total property that son got is 1/3 of his property, that is 1/3. The total property is x, the worth of the total property is x, so the share of the property of son is 1/3 of x, 1/3 of x of operator, so it is multiplication, this is 1/3 x. Similarly, property of daughter, it is given to be 1/4 of the property, so 1/4 of x, that is 1 by 4 x, and the remainder to his wife. So property of wife equals the remainder, whatever is remaining, what is remaining, x minus all the sum of the property of son and the daughter, that is 1 by 3x plus 1 by 4x. So 1/3 x is the share of the property of son and 1/4 x is the share of the property of daughter. So what is remaining? The total property was x. So what is remaining? X minus sum of 1/3 x plus 1/4 x. If you simplify it, now, okay, let it be. We are not simplifying it right now. So this is the share of the property of wife, and it is also given in the problem that if his wife's share is 18,000, therefore we can say that x minus 1/3 x plus 1 by 4th x equals 18,000, because we have found that x minus sum of 1/3 x plus 1/4 x is the share of the property received by his wife, and that is given in the problem as 18,000. So we can say that x minus 1/3 x plus 1/4 x equals to 18,000. So from this linear equation we have to solve x. Now if I simplify the left hand side, it becomes x minus 1/3 x minus 1/4 x equals 18,000. Now this if I simplify it further, this is nothing but 1 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4 x equals 18,000. Now I have to simplify the addition on this I have to simplify this expression, this mathematical expression. So I have to find, so this will be, we will find the LCM of 4 and 3 is 12. So this is 12 minus 4 minus 3 by 12, x equals 18,000. This implies, if we do the simplification of the in the left hand side, 12 minus 4 minus 7 is 5 by 12. So we have 5 by 12 x equals 18,000. From here we can say x equals 18,000 divided by 5 by 12, which is nothing but multiplication of 12 by 5. This is what? This is 15, 6, 0 and 0. So x is coming to be 3600 multiplied by 12. So what is 36 multiplied by 12? 72 and 36, this is 2, 3, 4. So 4, 3, 2, 0, 0. 43200. Okay, so this is the this amount, this rupees, this will be in rupees. So this will be in rupees. So the total share of the property is 43,200. Now if I do any kind of calculation mistake while solving the linear equation, I am not really focusing in that. If you find any kind of calculation mistakes, then please do let me know in the comment section. I will appreciate that. I'm just trying to discuss how you translate the given word problem into algebraic expressions and combining those algebraic expressions to form the linear equation based on the given facts, and what exactly what unknown quantity we should assume, what quantity we should assume as the unknown quantity and represent it as the variable. So this is the main focus of doing all the problems, so that you understand how we solve what problems using linear equation in one variable. Okay, I think this is the last problem. Okay, problem number 35 says that how much pure alcohol must be added to 400 ml of a 15% solution to make the strength 32%. How much pure alcohol? Okay, how much pure alcohol means how much ml of alcohol must be added to 400 ml of a 15% solution. 15% solution. Okay, to make the strength 32%. So by percentage, I think it is meaning, it is trying to say the amount of pure alcohol in the water, or in the water. Yes, I mean the solution means a mixture of alcohol and water. So 15% solution means in 100 ml of water we have 15 ml of pure alcohol. Okay, so how much pure alcohol must be added to 400 ml of a 15% solution? So sometimes it's easy to draw a diagram and see and visualize the problem statement. So let's say if this is 400 ml of water, this is, let's say, 400 ml of the 15% solution. Let's say so in this 400 ml of solution, 15% is let's say this is 15%, this is pure alcohol, which is 15%. Now we can easily calculate the pure alcohol in the 400 ml solution from the 15%. If you have done percentage, you will know that we can easily find out the amount of alcohol in the 400 ml solution, so that it becomes so that the percentage of the alcohol is 15%. We can find that. The question is how much pure alcohol must be added to 400 ml. Okay, so if let's say if I add let's say this amount of let's say dot by alcohol, let's say this is alcohol, this is pure alcohol, and let's say this is x ml x. So let assume x ml of pure alcohol need to be added. Whatever it is asking, I have assumed that it is asking how much pure alcohol must be added to 400 ml of 50% solution. So I am assuming that x ml of pure alcohol need to be added. Now after adding that amount, it is saying that after adding the required amount of pure alcohol, the strength will become, the strength of the solution will become 32%, which means in that solution 32% is pure alcohol. Okay, so let assume x ml of pure alcohol need to be added. Now in amount, we need to find out amount of pure alcohol in 400 ml of 15% solution is, what is the amount of pure alcohol in 400 ml of 15% solution. Now 15% solution means in 100 ml of water there will be 15 ml of pure alcohol. So what will be the amount of pure alcohol in 400 ml of such solution, that is 400 ml of 15% solution. If you have done percentage, then you will know that this will be 15 by 100 multiplied by 400. This is equals 15 into 4, that is 60. 60 ml of pure alcohol is present in 400 ml of 15% solution. So this part is pure alcohol. So in the 400 ml of the solution, already there was 60 ml of pure alcohol. Now we have added x ml of pure alcohol. So after adding x ml of pure alcohol, after adding x ml of pure alcohol, total amount of pure alcohol now becomes, already in the 400 ml of 15% solution we calculated there was 60 ml of pure alcohol. Now we have added another x ml of pure alcohol in that solution. So the total amount of pure alcohol becomes x plus 60. Rather 60 ml was already there in the 400 ml of solution. We have added another x ml. So x 60 plus x is now the amount of pure alcohol after adding x ml of pure alcohol. Total amount of pure alcohol is this, and total amount, by amount I means ml, the quantity, total amount of solution is 400 plus x, because in the 400 ml solution we have added x ml of pure alcohol. So the total quantity of the solution becomes 400 plus x. So now the percentage of pure alcohol, now percentage of pure alcohol becomes, so after adding x ml of pure alcohol we will see that the total amount of pure alcohol becomes 60 plus x, and the total amount of the entire solution is 400 plus x. So what will be the percentage of pure alcohol? Now this is nothing but 60 plus x divided by 400 plus x multiplied by 100. So finally, after adding x ml of pure alcohol, we have found that the percentage of the pure alcohol is this thing, this expression. This is nothing but 32, because it is given that what, after how much pure alcohol must be added to 400 ml of 15% solution to make the to make the resultant solution strength 32%. Strength 32% means in 100 ml of water pure alcohol will be 32. So after adding x ml of pure alcohol, we have found out that the strength or the percentage of pure alcohol is 60 plus x divided by 400 plus x multiplied by 100. Therefore we can say, as per problem statement, 60 plus x divided by 400 plus x multiplied by 100 equals 32. So this is the linear equation we have formed from the given problem statement or the word problem. We have to now solve this. Now I have already in the video part 2, I guess, or 3, where I have solved were discussed about solving a linear equation, I solved this kind of problem from the exercise 7a. So what do we do for this kind of problem? So on the left hand side, we see the denominator has a variable 400 plus x. So what we do is we multiply both sides, multiplying we know that in a linear equation there is a rule that we can multiply both the LHS and RHS by the same non-zero quantity. Now in this linear equation, definitely 400 plus x will not be equals to 0, because in that case the given facts will be will be some wrong information. 400 plus x will never be 0. So we can multiply both the LHS and RHS of this equation by 400 plus x. So multiplying both sides by 400 plus x. This implies if we multiply 400 plus x, the LHS will become 60 plus x into 100, and the RHS will be 32 multiplied by 400 plus x. Now this implies okay, so this implies if we simplify the LHS and the RHS, it becomes 60 into 60 plus x multiplied by 100 is 6000 plus 100x, and if we multiply 32 with 400 plus x, it becomes 32 into 400, that is 12800 plus 32x. Now okay, now we will bring all the x terms, variable terms to the left hand side, and we'll bring all the constant terms to the right hand side. So that becomes 100x minus 32x equals 12800 minus 6000. Now if we further simplify, the LHS becomes 100x minus 32x is 68x, and the RHS 12800 minus 6000 is how much? 0 0 and 8 6. Okay, so now we have got 68x equals to 6800. So from here we can say that x equals 6800 divided by 68, this is 100. So 100 answer is, so the what was x? X was the amount of pure alcohol that need to be added, which is what the problem is asking. So the answer is 100 ml of pure alcohol need to be added. So this is the answer, 100 ml of alcohol. So this brings to the end of this video. So I have solved quite a few problems from the exercise 7b, and I hope this will help you to understand how we read the problem statement, broad problems, and how we assume the unknown quantity that need to be found as a variable x, and use concept of algebra or formation of algebraic statements from word statements, and combine those algebraic expressions to form the linear equation based on the facts given in the problem statement, and from the linear equation we find the unknown quantity. So thanks for watching, and I hope this video was beneficial, and if it was beneficial then please like it, share it with your friends, and also once again please support me by subscribing to my channel if you are not yet subscribed, and also please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. This brings to the end of the chapter linear equations in one variable. The next thing I will do is I will solve the objective questions MCQ that is given at the end of this chapter, and also there is a test paper. There is a test paper that combines the concept of algebraic equations and linear equations in one variable. I will solve that. So once these two are done, probably I will prepare two practice test paper on the concept of linear equations in one variable, so that you have a good practice on a variety of questions to test your understanding on the concept of algebraic expressions as well as linear equations in one variable. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.